Well, I would also now be speaking with, security expert on this same issue, and he joins me here in the studio. He's Dickson Osajie. Good to have you here, Mr. Osajie.
Thank you for having me. Good evening.
All right. So, of course, this matter has been on, and we know that even at this time, the federal government has actually confirmed that it's collaborated with the U.S., for this particular operation. What does that say about government's resolve to win the war on terror?
Oh, thank you very much. I think this is the time for us to understand that we are facing an existential threat, and Nigeria is the most discussed country in the world as we speak right now. And I tell you that the government of this administration, I think, have done so well in welcoming the United States, synergizing with them to carry out some area bombardment and also some, Tomahawk missile crews that left our territorial space yesterday to the enemy's den. And I tell you that this is a welcome development, and the terrorists, I think, will understand that the battle is fierce, and the Nigerian government must maintain this momentum to ensure that we go into 2026 decimating these guys from all nooks and crannies of Nigeria, so that Nigeria will return back to its glorious days. Because as we speak, it's not good as a country that the whole world, the searchlight of the world, is focusing on Nigeria, because we've dragged this war for so long. But the time has come for us to engage them with speed and momentum and eliminate these criminal elements from our territorial space. Good one from this great administration, yeah.
And, what exactly does this operation, what signal does it send to the terrorists, in their enclaves who think they are holding sway as we speak?
I think their command structure must be in disarray as we speak right now, because when it comes to counter-insurgency or counter-terrorism, four factors plays out. And I think the Tomahawk is one of the most dangerous missiles from the U.S. warships, and it travels about 1,600 kilometers, and it's a precision-driven missiles. And these terrorist guys, they need to understand that the Nigerian government are ready for them, and what this missile, I think, will be doing, if they keep on firing it at the enemy's target, is going to demoralize these terrorists, de-link these terrorists, de-resource these terrorists, and also mobilize these terrorists. Because when these terrorists are being de-resourced, I don't think they will have the logistical power and employment methodology, and also their command structure will be destroyed as well. So for me, these 4 Ds, the link, the resource, demobilize, and mobilize this criminal element, is a good one. And the Tomahawk is not a friendly missile. Right. It must get to its driven location and carry out some dirty jobs there. And I think that was what transpired yesterday night, even though we're getting some stories about some missed target. But I think we should have to wait. We'll have to wait for the Nigerian military or the defense headquarters to give us the impact assessment of yesterday's cruise missile that was sent out from the U.S. naval ship.
All right, and does it bother you that President Trump continues to see the Nigerian situation as a case of Christian genocide?
Well, I'm not bothered, and that is just the truth, because if it's not Christian genocide, what is this? Who are the people killing the Christians? Are they Christians? Who are the people killing the Muslims? Are they Christians? One thing we must understand is that Christian genocide has been on for a very long time, and I think not for this from this administration for a very long time.
But if you look at it, Mr. Osajie, if you could just look at me even as we continue the conversation, as it is now, both Christians and Muslims are targeted. You talk about the attack, the bomb blast that took place in Maiduguri on Christmas Eve. It was at a mosque. Obviously, Christians wouldn't gather at a mosque, although it was the eve of a Christian festivity. And so is that really clear that, there is a targeted genocide? Because in the statement now, yes, President Trump says this is about Christians, but Nigerians say, okay, this is an attack against terrorists and not targeted at any religion.
If you're talking about the attack was targeted against the terrorist group. But when we talk about Christian genocide, it's a very sensitive issue. So I was born and bred in the north, in Maiduguri precisely. I grew up in Sokoto State. And when we talk about Christian genocide, it never started today. There have been killings of Christians in Nigeria by most of this radical Islamist terrorist group. But right now, as we speak, we're talking about dismantling these criminal elements that are killing both the Christians and also the Muslims. Donald Trump has the right to choose his own ways. I will not put words in his mouth, but from my own assessment, I strongly believe over time, over 40, 50 years ago, there has been Christian genocide in Nigeria, and this is the time for us to discuss it and stop that, so that you and I can go to the church so my pastor tells me good about the Muslims, the Muslim clerics tells the people good about the Christians. So the hate preaching must stop right now as we speak, so that we'll be able to unite Nigeria as a country. But in this fight against terrorist group, let's not look at it solely as if the United States is coming to target these guys because of the Christian genocide. They must come to eliminate these guys because it is an existential threat bedeviling our country. They are killing both Christians and Muslims right now as we speak, even though in 2014, 2015, the leader of Boko Haram, who stated that the killings of Christians is justified, and if you see them, kill them, destroy them. It's all about the internet. That the first reason or the first purpose of the establishment of Boko Haram was to eliminate or Islamize the Nigerian state. But that didn't work, and over the time it has metamorphosed into economic terrorism as well. So for us, I think this battle must come to an end, from both ways.
The battle must come to an end. Now, the U.S. has stepped up as an ally of Nigeria and is, leading this charge, working collaboratively with the Nigerian military authorities. But then, someone who you would call maybe a bandit negotiator, someone who has a soft spot for them, Sheikh Gumi, talks about the fact that, hey, let's do away with the U.S. Let's rather bring on Turkey, bring on China, bring on Pakistan as worthy allies for military support. What are your views about that?
For me, I'm still worried why the Nigerian government has not designated that man as a person of particular concern, because when you collaborate or, sympathize with the killers of Nigerians, you should be classified as terrorist group, because, as a terrorist, because I'm worried how this guy goes to the enclaves of these criminal elements, discuss with them and come back home and nothing happened. In an advanced country, if Sheikh Gumi embarked on such journey, it would be a journey of no return, but here he goes on such journey and comes back. The Nigerian government should call him to book, call him to order, and I think they must address this situation from Sheikh Gumi. If, for example, his sons and daughters were being killed by this terrorist group, I don't think it will be on the part of saying, let's negotiate with them or whatever the case may be. For me, I think it's beyond negotiation, because each time you negotiate with the terrorists, you are bargaining with the devil. Each time you bargain with the devil, I tell you, you're losing the battle. It's even a sign of weakness. It's even a sign as if we don't have the capability to decimate these guys. For me, I feel so worried seeing the Nigerian, the U.S. ship on our space and carrying out attack, when I strongly believe that the Nigerian contingent, Nigerian military, the Army, Navy, and Air Force has the power, has the capability to decimate this guy. But I think they've been so political about this battle. That's why the United States of America has to step in. It's regrettable.
Well, we're here now, and the government says there is no backing down. Security expert Dickson Osajie, thank you so much for
having me. Merry Christmas.
I wish you the same.
Thank you.